Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Scotty Gomes Learn to Be a Pro. On today's episode, we are fortunate to be out here in Portage, Alaska. And we are here at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. Now, this is not a zoo, folks. This is where animals that have had a hard life right from the get-go, people like Nicole right here, have brought them back to life, got them healthy again, and are keeping our Alaska wilderness going, that's for say. Here at the Scotty Gomes Learn to Be a Pro, with the wonderful Nicole that takes care of my pet animals when I can't watch them. So she's going to explain what this whole process is.
Yeah, so our mission here at the sanctuary is we've rescued injured and orphaned animals from around the state and give them a forever home. All of our animals here have a very sad story, and they don't get re-released into the wild due to the fact that they're either too small to learn how to be an adult moose properly, or they are injured so much that they cannot be re-released, so they become ambassadors for their species. So we like to bring people in, and education is a huge part of what we do here. And we feel the more people we educate about the various Alaskan wildlife, the more they respect it and want to see it grow into future generations.
So the people out there know that we're not just feeding this and getting them all pumped up so people can go hunt them, right?
Right, yeah, we are a sanctuary, and so people can come and view the animals. Yeah.
So all you sickos out there, you can't come over here and just kill these things.
No.
Beautiful, wonderful animals.
Yeah. Both our two Mustaches here were orphaned, and they came in here as little tiny Mustaches. They were less than a week old when we first got here. Yeah.
Right now we're feeding them to get them a little thicker, and we're making the mistakes.
Ray, I know this is a cooking show, but I'll show you. So moose are pretty cool. They gained 600 pounds in their first year of life. 600 pounds in 1 year. Can you imagine having that as a goal? Sounds like a pretty fun year to me.
So we're feeding it, you want to keep a stern grip, right?
Yeah, keep a stern grip, and then of course just watch your thumbs.
Sure.
So when they get down too close, you can just throw the nub in the enclosure.
Alrighty, now we're here at the reindeer part of it.
You know, the really interesting thing about reindeer is that female reindeer keep their antlers all year round. So they're actually the ones that drive Santa's sleigh. The male reindeer will shed, and so if you see any pictures of Santa's reindeer that have antlers, they're all female.
Oh, sure. So in Alaska, it's very, very important how to pet a bear, how to pet a black bear, especially. Nicole's going to explain what you don't do when you're trying to pet a bear in the state of Alaska.
So this is our helpful guide of where to pet a bear. As you can see from Think Again, Vacation Over, do you have insurance? It is not recommended to touch wildlife or even attempt to pet a bear. And if you see Kobuk up there in the tree, it's also not advised to climb a tree to escape a bear, because bears are amazing climbers, as Kobuk is proving, and that is his favorite place to take
No, you don't have a radio, but...
Okay, so now we're here at the famous Alaskan muskox. Muskox are usually people in Alaska can have them as pets till about the age of 3, and then you have to get rid of them. So, cool.
I wish that were true, but that's not the case. We do actually have muskox there in the northern part of Alaska. So the cool thing about muskox is they're an ancient species. They've been around a long time. They survived the Ice Age. Rut season happens. We have more protocols to go into the muskox enclosure than we do with the brown bears. And that's because they can run so fast. They can run up to 30 miles an hour and catch you on a four-wheeler or on a gator or anything like that.
Wow. Alright, so last week at the cabin, what happened was Lulu was running around until we named her. So we just put her in the truck, got her nice and gentle, and we brought her out here so she could live a better life.
Yeah, it's Uli. He's one of our Alaskan black bears here. Scotty just mentioned. She's 18 years old, and she's lived on property her entire life. She came here as a tiny little pup, and they're just getting ready to go down for their long winters next.
As you can see, Nicole pointed out, that's the den. That's where the bear's going to go hibernate for 6 months.
Yeah, right about there.
Right about 6 months. So right now, like Nicole said, they're not really interested in meat. So I could probably run in that den to see what it's like, but we won't. But anyway, that's home for them. Probably like a Ritz-Carlton for these bears in Alaska. And yeah, so once they go in there, that's it. No one really sees them till 6 months from now.
Yeah, you know, we'll be looking in March, April time frame.
So now we're here with the brown bears. This bear right here is Patron, because they got it from Mexico and they brought it down and didn't have too much tequila or whatever, so
Yeah, this is Patron. She's a female. We lovingly refer to her as Patty. And she came here with her brother JD back, let's see, 16 years ago.
Now, Nicole, do these bears ever get aggressive towards each other, or like?
It's a great question. A lot of times, so we have 3 bears in this enclosure, JD, Patron, and Hugo. Hugo and Patron are both girls. And yeah, they tend to, Patron likes to poke on Hugo, and JD will always come to Hugo Day. So they all go to bed together. They're getting ready to all den up together. Our brown bears tend to dig their own dens and they all den up together.
Hey, this is how you feed a bear in Alaska.
Yeah, that was great.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a little more jumpy than usual.
Do that quick.
Looks like we have to go up and over.
When you're bigger, you have to go up and over. State, Scotty going with Merrillfield Ranch. Ready? Go.
Oh, that was perfect throw.
Oh,
That's it.
look at that.
He'll be back.
All right, we're here at the Bison Refuge right now. As you can see, these animals were once almost extinct. We didn't even know bison were here. I grew up in Alaska. I didn't even know we had buffalo. But people like Nicole at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center, they have brought the numbers back. You can explain how that process happened.
Yeah.
Too much.
So we re-released 130 wood bison back into the wilds of Alaska in 2015. We did that with help from various other agencies. We were able to, Canada thought the wood bison were extinct there as well, but they found a herd on a remote island. We were able to get part of that herd and breed them, maintaining biodiversity, and release them back into the wild. So we were part of a successful program to reintroduce wood bison to Alaska.
So hey, we are here now with Sonia and her pet porcupine. Porcupine are great eating. You know, we're only in the summertime though. No, it's a joke. But one fact we have learned today is porcupines do not, well, you like to explain.
Yeah, they can't shoot their quills.
We're going to feed it, what is this, some yam?
Yeah, potato.
Sonia's going to explain a bull moose. And most people do not realize that the moose lose their antlers. And so,
Yeah. So male moose go into rut, which is this time of year that is breeding for them. So their hormones are pumping, and what happens is they start to lose the velvet on their antlers. And then they have those antlers in case they encounter other males spar with them or anything like that. And then eventually, once rut season is over, which is usually around the end of fall, they drop their
We're here with the stick-tailed black-tailed deer, and not a lot of people realize that we do have wild deer in Alaska. And these dropping their grapes. The grapes seem to be actually the favorite treat among all the animals here at the sanctuary.
So that's a wrap. Another wonderful episode here at the Scotty Gomez Learn to Be a Pro. Thanks to Nicole, Sonia, all of the animals, the great state of Alaska. If you ever come to Alaska, make sure to come stop by the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center because it's a special place. Please donate because people do wonderful things for helpless animals right from the get-go. It's not a zoo. These are animals that needed the help to survive. And thank you, Nicole.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It was really fun to be a part of the episode.
All right, there you have it.